I just don't understand why y'all think Tisha is the answer for everything. Paper plates, paper cups, and Tisha is the answer for everything. And you know what? I'm going to bring our next guest on because following y'all logic, I'm assuming toilet Tisha is the answer to infidelity, infertility. Hell, it might be the answer to infidelity. Marlene, take me off of mute. It might be the answer to all of those different things. Marlene, before you even introduce yourself, is toilet tissue the answer to infertility? Please tell me it is.
Listen, if it turns out to be that it is, then that really means they're hiding secrets from us because there's just no way.
There's no way. Everybody, I want to welcome to the stage Arthur, member of the Funky Bunch, and somebody who's got a lot to say about infidelity. Infidelity can lead to infertility because some of y'all husbands going out there getting that nasty woman's disease and bringing it back to you. But Funky Bunch, y'all give it up for Marlene Duraso. Did I say that right?
You did. Perfect. All right.
Marlene, tell the people a little bit about who the hell you are and what the hell it is you got going on, girl.
All right. First of all, thank you so much for having me. Hi, Funky Bunch. I'm so excited to be here. It's so funny to be on the other side because I'm an avid watcher, loyal follower, and to be here, I'm truly grateful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
So thank you. A little bit about me. Funky, guess what?
What?
I was born and raised in the county of Dade.
All right, you said what high school you went to?
I went to Miami Springs.
You went to Miami Springs? Okay, you were down south.
Yeah,
okay.
We were bust out. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
Miami, Florida. Yes, absolutely. And pretty much I'm a resilience expert, a leadership executive, and I'm a proud infertility survivor. After 22 years on at my job, I currently am the CFO for my company. I realized that after experiencing infertility, it really is my true calling to help, women, men, and couples that are going through it, and also especially women to get over these tough challenges as it relates to infertility, because so many people suffer in silence because no one talks about it. And just like I overcame it, I wanted to, give back, and you really use that calling and that experience to help others. So I'm in the process of being a fertility coach and a confidence coach because I'm all about all things women. So that's what a little bit about me.
So question for you, in terms of overcoming infertility, and it's maybe a bit personal, did you overcome it by means of being able to eventually conceive, or did you overcome it by mentally and emotionally coming to terms with infertility?
You know what? That's a great question. And I have to tell you, it's a little bit of both because my husband and I tried for over 10 years before we finally made the decision. And when I say tried, I meant doctor's appointments, different types of treatments, inseminations. I know the Funky Bunch can, appreciate this. You go in, my husband does his stuff in a cup. They have you lie down, they put it in, that's an insemination. Those didn't work. So after 10 years of trying, the next step for us was IVF. So we ended up doing IVF, and that was a little bit tough because you go through this without knowing what your outcome will be on the other side. There's no guarantee. And also as a person that is, a Christian and growing up in Miami in a Haitian household, I'm a child of immigrants. Everything is very secretive. Everything is like, well, is that the God's will? Are you playing God? Like, it was a lot. So after navigating 10 years of trying without success, we finally did IVF and I did get pregnant, but then unfortunately, of course, nobody prepares you for this. We lost our daughter. I had her in the hospital. Everything went home, my body actually delivered, but I didn't go home with the baby. So then you have to be faced with, do you try again? Now you're afraid. Like, it was a mess. So long story short, I was able to resolve our family. I have twin boys. Kason and Kamden.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And then we had a little baby. His name is KB. So it's 3 boys that we had via IVF treatments. And then my husband has an older boy that he's my bonus baby. I always call him the one who didn't give me any labor pains.
Okay. You got a whole tribe of you went from no kids to a whole tribe over there. I love it. That brings a smile to my face, and I'm sure it brings a smile to a lot of people in the Funky Bunch's faces as well. So, Marlene, what we got and how and what are you offering our sisters, our brothers, and our couples out there that can help them with all of the various challenges, both emotional, mental, physical, psychological, IVF, financial. What you got going on, girl?
Because I went through this and it's now a passion of mine, because when you're on the other side of it, a lot of times in life, you're in reflection mode. And being in reflection mode is good because not only does it allow you to understand where you've been, it allows you to see what the trajectory of your life can do. So one of the things that I sent to you was my book, because while I was going through infertility, you really didn't have, anybody to talk to, right? Because
Mhm.
there's a lot of shame associated with it, a lot of uncertainty. So I did a lot of journaling. So
Mhm.
those journals became my first book. So that's the one
Mhm.
that you have there. In that book, even if you haven't experienced infertility, the book helps you to be able to help other people that you may know. How do you support them?
Nice,
There's
nice.
a perspective in there about men, because everybody forgets about the men when they're just
Mhm.
as important in that particular segment. So I wrote the book to help couples and help other people understand. And the other thing I sent you was two more books that I wrote
Mhm.
in
Mhm.
honor of my children. I have Kason and Kamden. Yes, we're twins, but I'm still me. And with
Mhm.
that, that's just me affirming the children, because whether they're twins or not cute, everyone wants to compare everybody. And with
Mhm.
all the pressure that the kids have today, it's important to reaffirm them and let them know that, yes, I'm different. Yes, I'm a twin, or yes, I'm part
Mhm.
of a family. Yes, I'm part of a soccer team, but we're all individual and it's okay. And then the other children's book is for my last baby, because when I
Mhm.
tell you, he came up in this household and just literally runs our life.
I
And I
love it.
know every family has a boss baby
Uh-huh.
that,
It's always
kind of
that
comes down.
last one. That's like my little niece,
Always.
Brielle.
Yeah.
She, I got a older nephew that's like a preteen. My middle niece is like a couple years up under him, and then the baby, she's like just went to kindergarten or pre-K, and
Yeah.
she's the boss or whatever.
The boss.
Marlene, before you continue really quickly, members of the Funky Bunch, if this is not too personal, if you have been infected, affected by infertility, or you know someone, I just want to take a quick poll here. Just put a yes in the comments right now. If you know somebody, your neighbor, your coworker, or if your family, you've had issues with family planning. I just want to get an example or a poll of how common this is, so we can take some of this stigma and this stank off of it, and just be a whole community. And there are a lot of yeses pouring in
Right.
right now. Wow, I would have never.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Okay.
Funky, the way that I can describe it to you and paint that picture is, the statistic used to be one. When I wrote the book and during COVID, the statistic was 1 in 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
People are affected by infertility.
Mm-hmm.
As of 2023, it's now 1 in 6. You know what that means? That
Wow.
means you could be in the grocery store line at Walmart, at Publix, and you know
Yes.
how the grocery store line backs up. That
Uh-huh.
means 1 in 6 of the people are
Up on it.
affected by
Right.
infertility. It's
Wow.
it's really tough. It's really tough,
So
you know?
Marlene, tell the people about the website, what they can get at the website, and what they'll get with the promo code.
Absolutely. So on the website, you have access to all of the books. And in addition to that, what I'm doing for the Funky Bunch, in an effort to stop the stigma and allow people to get help, I am giving $200 off of the consultation. So there's a fertility consultation where you speak with me. We kind of go over where you are in your process, different things that affected you. So there's a $200 off coupon for that. And what I love about the consults is that it's very personal. And one of the feedback that I always get, and I try to always make sure I present as such, I'm like you guys,
Mhm.
everybody. I'm just a relatable girl from Miami, Florida, did all the things, and I'm
Mhm.
just like you. So I want that to come through during the consult so that you can feel comfortable to figure out what your options are when you're
Mhm.
on this infertility journey. So,
Mhm.
and I also do regular coaching for just building confidence in women, because I've learned that going through infertility, or women going through a divorce, or women going through any type of hardship, it strips your confidence away, right? And then you
Mhm.
wonder if you can go on, will you be able to overcome it? So I have that coaching session as well, $200 off. And then lastly, what I have is, at the end of the day, even when you're going through infertility, even if you're not going through infertility, we have to figure out a way to set our boundaries. Everybody has boundaries, and it's really sad how people make you feel guilty for wanting to set that boundary, right? You should decide if you want to share. You should decide what you want to do. And unfortunately, between our family, our friends, work, all the lines get blurred. So I have a course that I, am offering, and it's called The Power of No. And it's a masterclass in setting boundaries, because before you can do anything, you can put your mind to set a goal or
Marlene.
do this or do that, but you need to be able to set the boundary. So the course is $200 off as well, and that's a steal. It's only $97. So that's everything on the site.
Marlene Duraso, everybody. You guys, the website is down at the bottom, and be sure to use promo code Funky200. Marlene, I want to thank you for all the love and support that you've given me. And I already know that the Funky Bunch is going to give you a lot of love and support. Please stay in contact with my people, because I would love to trace, how everything went along with your appearance on the show. But thank you so much, Marlene. And before we get out of here, tell everybody where they can find you.
Yes, you can find me at my site, www.mcdbe.com. I'm also on YouTube, Marlene DeRosa, and on Instagram at MCDBE.
All right, Marlene, you have a good night, my love.
Thank you so much. You as well. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Guys, she was so nice. I love nice and pleasant people. I love nice and pleasant. Now I'm not having fertility issues because my coochie made of clay. I'm just lying. But she was real good, and I hope for those of you guys who need whatever services she's offering, that y'all go ahead and get them.